Hello, friends. Dr. Lindsay Regier here at Elite Chiropractic and Wellness. And joining me today, we have Ali Damron and Damron? Damron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damron. Okay. So we met through a Facebook group, I believe, and we just had coffee a couple weeks ago. And she has a lot of really awesome things going on, online programs in her office. She has a nice little story. So I'm just going to hand it over to you. And Ali, tell us what you do, how you got into it, and, your little background.
All right, awesome. So thanks for having me. My name's Ali Damron. I am an acupuncturist in the Denver, Colorado area, and I specialize in women's health, including fertility and postpartum, and all aspects of hormonal health. So I have an office on like I-25 in Orchard, and obviously do acupuncture in there. I also have online programs and offer one-on-one consults to people outside the Denver area, where I specialize in nutrition and exercise, supplements, lifestyle, just get everyone, all women, feeling better and more balanced with their hormones. And I also have a podcast called the Ali Damron Show, where I talk about health, life, nutrition, exercise, mindset, all the things that I think women are kind of missing. And my ultimate goal is just to help women thrive and not have their health really be an issue for them in their life.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I love I love the podcast. It's all the things that I do love to talk about. So we'll touch on that a little bit later. So you do acupuncture, but then also like a big part of your business that's a little bit newer is the online courses that you've been doing. So if people are not in the Denver area, how can you help them?
Yeah, so I started in my online business about 2 years ago, a little less, but I just really wanted to create more of an impact for women and reach people who weren't just in the Denver area. And through that, like I said, I do one-on-one consults. So if you're having a specific issue that you're not sure what to do with, my goal is really to just create holistic health solutions for you so that it's not super overwhelming and confusing. Because I know that, hormonal health is confusing. You don't know where to go or who to talk to about it. So I know it can be super hard to deal with for a lot of women. So I do that. And then I recently came up with a group coaching program and a DIY program that will be up soon. It is going to be called Heal Your Hormones Masterclass. And in that program, we go through what I call kind of the 5 pillars to help heal all hormones. So thyroid, adrenal, stress, and sex hormones in this program. And we go through mindset, nutrition, exercise, sleep, and supplements, vitamins, herbs, things like that to help support you as well. Yeah.
So I know like a really hot topic right now that I'm always hearing about, patients are asking about, is adrenal fatigue. So so that's something you need to touch on. I know, can you explain that maybe if someone doesn't really know what it is or like what symptoms and what to look for and what you do?
Yeah, totally. So adrenal fatigue, I feel like is super a buzzword now, and a lot of people are starting to learn what it is. It basically, so you have 2 little glands in your low back above your kidneys, and they're responsible for producing adrenaline, cortisol, DHEA, progesterone, some other hormones. And when we're under lots of stress or chronic stress every day, our nervous system starts to produce a bunch of norepinephrine and adrenaline. And after it kind of does this for so long, your body starts to feel kind of physiological effects of that. And some of the symptoms are going to be super widespread because nearly every cell in your body has a cortisol receptor on it. But some common ones that I see are just feeling kind of run down, a little more fatigue than you think would be acceptable for how much you're sleeping. You might wake up and feel like you need several more hours of sleep. You might start to feel kind of anxious or wiry and jittery, you might start to be able to, or not to be able to handle stress as well. So something that might not used to have stressed you out might really be a big stressor in your life. Your periods can become super weird in a lot of different ways. They can become heavier or lighter. PMS can be a bigger issue for you. You can affect your immune system with it, get sick more. Sleep can be an issue where you're feeling like you're waking up from 1 to 3 a.m. You might feel the energy crashes in the afternoon. You might have a hard time going to sleep. Just kind of I think that it's a lot of the symptoms that just women today feel and kind of accept as normal. So that's really kind of my thing, is that I think a lot of women go through life feeling tired and anxious and not sleeping well and having weird hormones. And a lot of people just tell them that that's just part of being a mom or a woman or a business owner or whatever. And it's normalized now. And my goal is to really help people or women feel better so that they don't have to normalize that.
Yeah, I totally agree. Everyone is just like, I'm tired. That's the usual. I'm so stressed. It's always a contest of how stressed out one person can be.
Yeah, and busyness is like the badge of honor. Like, oh my God, I'm so busy. And yeah, I think that those mindset things, which is why I talk about mindset in the program with all my patients and on the podcast a lot, is because our mindset really, I think, is the biggest contributor to how we feel.
Yes, I totally agree. Speaking of mindset, I was listening to your podcast from right before the new year, talking about January and resolutions and all that, and what your mindset was about January. So, now's the time to make changes and healthy habits. So, what is your perspective and opinion on resolutions?
So I'm a big proponent of personal development. Like, I love personal development books and podcasts, and I do it every day. And it's really helped me in my life, like with physiological things. I'm less anxious, I sleep better, I have a better perspective, all of those things, which I think is amazing. However, I think that we put a lot of pressure, like in December, on Facebook and social media. All I saw or on my feed was like how to kill it in your business, because I follow a lot of business people, and then I also follow health and fitness people. And so the whole goal or the whole theme of December on social media was like, you need to plan out your whole year and get this so that you can like 10x your income or lose 50 pounds or gain so much muscle or get your 6-pack or whatever. And I think that that's just so much pressure to put on like one day. Because I said in that podcast, like December is one of those times where people let loose a little bit and incorporate more fun and a more easygoing mindset. And I think that carries over into obviously New Year's Eve. And then I just feel like the clock hits January 1st and it just comes to like this screeching halt. I talked about in that podcast how I used to hate January. I totally hated it. It was cold, it was dark, and I felt like every ounce of fun was just totally sucked out. Everything had to be productive. There could be no good food. I had to eat gross or food that I, had the mindset at the time of like being gross but healthy. I felt deprived. I felt like I had to kill every workout. It just was such a drag. And I had this like kind of aha moment, I guess, when I was walking into the gym in December one day, and I was like, nothing's going to change for me this year. I'm still going to eat the same exact way as I'm eating now. I'm still going to exercise the same as I'm eating or as I'm working out today. And yes, I think it's good to have goals, but it doesn't need to be all on one day. Like, we can change today on January 9th if we want to, or we can change quarterly or seasonally, or whenever you want, you can change. Mm-hmm. So I don't like the pressure that's put on January 1st.
I totally agree. Even though this is like the first year that I've ever been like, okay, January 2nd, I'm going to do a quick little detox and detoxify my body, which I'm doing it now. It's not terrible. I mean, the first week really sucked, but now it's like getting better. Yeah, basically just to like get back to my healthy eating habits that I do anyways. So
yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that you can definitely like, and I did this too, like tighten up nutrition, but for a lot of people, it's literally like flipping a 180. Yeah. It's not like a small thing. It's like they ate fast food and, you know, food that we coin as junk to like telling themselves they're never going to eat a carbohydrate and only eat vegetables. And it's just way too big of a shift for me.
Yeah, I agree. And I also found that, setting quarterly goals is definitely way more realistic than a yearly goal, because you can reach your goals in a quarter. And then what do you do for the rest of the year if you already met them?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started to feel in terms of business, like I said, everyone was talking about how to meet all these huge goals and plan out your whole year. And I started to feel really anxious because I was like, I don't know what like 8 months from now is going to bring. And I finally was just like, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. You can set quarterly ones and go with that.
Yeah, I know. I see all the business stuff too, because I've listened to a lot of podcasts, probably a lot of the ones that you listen to. They're all like, come on, plan out your year. I'm like, I'm going to go quarter by quarter this time.
I know. That's what I'm doing too. It's easier. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So, well, for people who are looking to make somewhat of a change or looking for answers to hormone questions, we touched on the Heal Your Hormones Masterclass. So how do people find you, sign up for that, get more information?
Yeah, so probably the best way to find anything that I offer is to just go to alidamron.com. On there has a bunch of free resources. It has information about my one-on-one consults, my practice in Denver, and the Heal Your Hormones Masterclass too. That class is not quite up yet, but it will be up in the next few weeks. So if you sign up for a free resource, you'll be on my email list and get kind of first dibs on that too.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So this is when I do these interviews, I try to think of like one question to keep asking someone, and it keeps on changing. So this year, the question is, what is your favorite thing about your career, your job?
So I love to help people. Like, I know that sounds super cliche, but I've gone through a lot of hormonal issues and just times where I needed somebody to reassure me and guide me and show me the way. And I had somebody do that for me. And so I really like to make people feel confident in themselves and comfortable and reassured. And that's something that I think that I am very good at. My patients feel really comfortable with me, and I think feel a lot more hopeful after we work together.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can find you at alidamron.com, and then also your podcast, the Ali Damron Show.
Yeah, that's on iTunes and Stitcher.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook at Ali Damron Wellness Services, and then on Instagram it's just Ali Damron.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can find you. Everyone listen to your podcast. It's really great.
Thank you.
Yes, business, mindset, nutrition, fitness, and like it's all the good things. So I
totally. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to share your knowledge. I'm not an expert on the hormones, so that's why I'm really happy that you're here to share that with all of our viewers.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you so much. Take care and have a great January.
Thanks. You too. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk soon.
Bye.
Oh boy.